Stardew Valley is an incredibly immersive game. You're handed a crusty little cabin, a handful of basic tools, and the freedom to live in harmony with nature. You plant and harvest crops, forage for survival, fish up absolute monsters, and even fend off cave-dwelling creatures. But there is one more aspect of Stardew Valley that holds a special place in my heart. Garbage cans. So, with that introduction out of the way, join me as I spend year 1 of Stardew Valley as a dumpster diver. So here are the basic rules. All profit must come from trash. If it didn't come from a trash can or a trash-based item, I cannot sell it. Community center donations also needs to be trash sourced, and I can only complete bundles using items that originated from dumpster diving. Same goes for NPCs. I can only gift them something that originated from the trash. I can use non-trash items to craft machines like furnaces or tappers as long as the end result is used strictly on trash-sourced items. If both the input and the output are trash-based, then I can use it for profit. The bag upgrades are allowed, and external boosts also counts as inputs. Of course, we start this challenge by making our character. This is Trash, and they are the soon-to-be proud owner of Garbage Farm. And I say soon-to-be because Grandpa Garbage isn't quite dead just yet. So we convince him to give us the deed to the biggest garbage empire of all time. A few weeks later, he passes away peacefully, and we take the first bus to Pelican Town. Peak. Absolute peak. Broom. Day 1 officially began. The best thing we can do right now is foraging, because foraging is just really good in general to have for runs like these, because it gives me the tapper, which I will need, and I also need to upgrade fishing because it will give me the recycling machine, which is like where we'll get most of our profit early game. After clearing out a bit of the farm, I crafted my first chest. You know, I'm starting to think that when my parents said Grandpa owned a garbage farm, they meant it metaphorically and not literally. Since Garbage Farm is noticeably lacking proper trash, I decided to go into town for some dumpster diving. This is going to be a daily occurrence in case the title of the video didn't make that clear. Today we managed to fish out some stale cookies and 3 bits of copper. Both of these are great finds as we can give the cookies to most NPCs, and with 2 more copper bits we can hopefully make a contribution to the community center later on. On the way back, I introduced myself to some of the townsfolk. My boy! Holy shit! Later on, we chopped down more trees, crafted another chest, emptied out our goods, and cleared out even more of the farm. We went to bed after a productive day and reached level 1 in foraging. Clint paid us a visit first thing in the morning and asked if we had seen anything suspicious around town. Something about noticing his copper went missing when he was taking out the trash. I don't know, I skipped his dialogue. Oh yeah, we can also make a furnace now if we want to. Okay, bye-bye. Since it was a bad luck day, I only found a single piece of trash. We met up with Will at the beach, and just like that, we can start leveling up fishing. Now, if you watch my streams, you will learn pretty quickly that I hate fishing with a burning passion. Still, I fished for a bit, then I cleared out more space on the farm until my energy was spent. For the rest of the day, I searched for more townsfolk I haven't already interacted with. Day 3 was a bad luck day, but we still got some algae, so I'll take it as a win. Algae isn't really useful this early in the game unless I get really lucky and a quest from the quest board needs it. I continued to clear out my farm, then I fished, then I cleaned the farm some more. All boring, repetitive stuff, but by the time I was done, I got fishing and mining level 1. Little did I know today would be special, as I managed to get some glasses, more trash, more cookies, and a geode. This geode is definitely one of the best things we can get right now besides seeds, as regardless of what we find in here, we would be able to get something out of it. Clint finally opened his doors and we spent our first money of the run. It's a good luck day. Oh, yeah. We found a Jamboree and I practically skedaddled to the library to add it to the museum. And because we got it from the trash, we got money. Despite the amazing luck we had, there was still one thing I was worried about. Seeds. Garbage cans have a chance of dropping 3 different kinds of seeds: acorns, pine cones, and maple seeds. These can be used to start a tree farm, sell, gift, or donate wood, gather even more seeds, get sap, and most importantly, get maple syrup, pine tar, and oak resin. Because as we stated in the rules, tappers are allowed. The issue is that trees can take about a season to grow, so it is extremely important to get a seed within the first week of this challenge. We went to bed dreaming of seeds and foraging level 2, unlocking the kiln. When day 4 arrived, we finally got what we were digging for. We got it! We got our first seed. We also got a field snack. I don't know what to say about this one though, it's pretty useless. Just like that, we found a new priority, setting up a tree farm. I cleared out a space in the back corner of my farm and planted my first seed. Perfect. By now, you'd think my luck would run out, but then we got another seed, a maple seed. Just like that, we almost completed our available tree collection. We also found some more algae and a cola. We made some space for our new maple seed. Besides clearing out the farm, which is a daily occurrence by now, there wasn't anything else interesting. After that, we only managed to find a CD and was given a dreadful reminder that Lewis survived another year. It doesn't help that the characters in this game are practically immortal anyway. I can only dream. We walk into the community center and it is absolutely perfect, but of course Lewis had to complain. As much as I hate Lewis, we gave him some stale cookies for that friendship heart. Lewis has a small chance to send you money in the mail on a random day, and the more hearts you have, the more likely you would receive said mail. So the plan is to give him the cookies and wait to maybe get 500G in the mail, which would be considered profit from getting Lewis a gift from the trash. I can only hope that explanation makes sense. I fished into the late hours, didn't even level up, and woke up the next morning to find another CD and pepper poppers. I paid a visit to the wizard and fished some more. I finally got to read the message in the community center, then I went to bed and rose to fishing level 2. I started my second stream finding some bread and some trash. I gave Vincent some cookies, completely forgetting that his birthday was in fact the next day, but we still got 100G. Most importantly though, I decided I would go to the mines to work towards level 40. Reaching level 40 is important as it unlocks more drops for the trash can. I found a cola and some more algae. I spent the whole day fishing when... What the fuck? Why? Why you steal my spot? How dare you? And then did some last minute foraging while I checked on my tree farm. By the end of the day, we were fishing level 3. We found some glasses and more algae. I chopped down some trees as I noticed I was lagging a bit behind on that and got foraging level 3 as well. The smallmouth bass, alive and well in the trash. And early game too. With the fish, I can invest in the fish pond, which I am allowed to craft, and begin a fish farm. By far one of the best ways to earn money, especially in winter. The only problem? I am broke, and buying a fish pond is very expensive. We also found a fried egg, 4 chunks of coal, and a field snack. Considering the budget problem, I decided to lock in because I knew that one fish pond is gonna carry. So in an instant, my plan where I balanced my grinding between foraging, fishing, and mining instantly went to fishing for the goal of fishing level 4. By the end of the day, the goal was accomplished and I unlocked our holy grail, that is the recycling machine. I also made a profit of 40G by selling all my field snacks. What can I say? They are useless. The next morning, we were rudely interrupted as the town was closed off to prepare for the egg festival. I decided to be a bit more productive by making my first furnace and using it to make some copper bars. I knew that I was going to need them for crafting and upgrading my tools later, so I might as well prepare them now. I wandered into the festival and talked to everyone. Then, like the little trash rat I am, I proceeded to sniff out every single egg and won the egg hunt. After that, I was finally free to do my trash run and got a single piece of bread. A night later, I found 1 chunk of coal and decided to spend more time mining to level 40. By the end of the day, I leveled up both mining and combat. Finally, we're over halfway there, only to receive nothing today. Wait, actually I think there's something at the bottom here. This video is powered by Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is an energy drink mix designed to give you smoother energy and sharper focus without the heavy crash that comes with your traditional energy drinks. It is sugar-free, low in calories, and offers vitamins and other ingredients that help balance out the typical side effects of caffeine, such as anxiety or shaking. They offer a nice selection of different flavors, and if you can't decide, then you can simply order some free samples at the shop. Use code MARROW for 10% off your next Rogue Energy order. And then we ate some rocks. On day 16, we managed to find an acorn. Finally, the available tree collection is complete, when all of a sudden... Oh my days. Yeah, that's right. In spring. And... acorn. I crawled into the caves. The next day, we found another maple seed. The more trees we have, the better. We crawled into the caves again and reached floor 40. I also reached combat level 2 while doing so. After finding a 3rd maple seed and some newspaper, we went back into the mines to collect some iron, smelted that shit, and then we finally have our first moneymaker. The recycling machine can produce different materials based on what kind of trash you feed it. Glasses and CDs are guaranteed to give you refined quartz. Regular trash can give you stone, coal, or iron, and soggy newspapers can give you torch torches or cloth. The cloth is the best thing we can get as it can be used for gifting the community center or to sell for big money. It's too bad it only has a 10% chance to drop. In short, we are selling all the torches and refined quartz we get, and we are saving everything unless the requirements for the community center are met, and then we sell the leftovers. We went to bed, reached mining level 3, and made a profit of 215G. I found some more algae and a chunk of quartz. Considering this was quite a rare drop, I could either choose to donate it to the museum or the community center. The bundle for the community center isn't unlocked yet, but I also don't know when I'll find another one, so I decided to keep it until I unlocked that bundle. I'm sure you figured out what happened next. And I didn't even level up. Oh my god, hi. Can you tell I'm a cat person? Everyone, meet Rubbish, the new mascot of this challenge. I found a cola and stashed it away with the rest of my stuff. I found a book in a tree, don't know how that got there. It was useless though, it didn't give me enough XP to level up combat. You know what I did level up though? I began my third stream of this run, and when I tell you that my luck was abysmal, I am not kidding. It was horrendous because I was either getting nothing or getting rarer drops that, like, sure, they were fine to have, but I would much rather get them when I have a stable income to establish. I just wanted to recycle shit, man. Okay, we got nothing again. It's fine. I watered my cat and then decided it was probably best to build towards foraging level 5 before spring was over. Anyway, you'll never guess what I did today. With that, the final week of spring has arrived, and so did the motivation to prepare for summer. This is not going off to a swell start, and I'm scared. I take it back. This is an amazing start. I think that garbage can is leaking, guys. Dad jokes aside, I made sure to check, and there is no way that we can turn this leak into seeds, so it was either sell or donate. Right, I'm not repeating this part again. Gee, I wonder what I will do with this random field snack I found. And there you go. Hi, kitty. Meow. Oh. Hello. Our first tree grew up, but it didn't just finish growing. It finished growing on day 23. It takes 5 days to produce a bottle of pine tar. That means by day 28, the last day of spring, we will achieve our first ever harvest. 5 nights. 5 nights! But of course the grind never stops. We made a profit of 20G. I dug out a single piece of iron and a pine cone, which I made sure to plant quickly. Once that was done, we arrived at the flower dance. It is times like this where I take a look back on the progress we've made so far. Stardew Valley is fun. There is so much to accomplish, whether it is vanilla, modded, casual, or limited. Playing Stardew Valley as a dumpster diver may seem boring at times, which is valid. Progress is slow, but doing it also means enjoying the things that do happen just as much as any other run. I don't know how many people are here watching, but if you are here, hi! I hope I made you laugh. We found some leftover cookies from the day prior and immediately went back to work. I'm not allowing one day off to ruin my progress. I looked in my chest and decided I would be better off simply selling off some of the things inside. I reached foraging level 5 and picked out Forester, which is our best option for this run as we'll be able to harvest more wood from the trees we grow. It also gives us access to either the lumberjack or the tapper, a decision I'll get into once we meet that goal. We also made a profit of 35G. Oh, you already know what happened to this one. Since we basically deforested this part of the neighborhood, I decided to de-rock it too. There isn't really much else to say. I found not one, but 2 maple seeds in a row and a cola. I planted my final 2 seeds and fished late into the hours of the night. Though fishing level 5 is useful, especially for the fisher or the trapper, I doubt that I'll be able to get it by the end of the first season. Then came the final dawn of spring. We found a pair of glasses, a single chunk of coal, and for my final pull, gambling, gambling, gambling. We can do gambling. We can do gambling. Oh my god, we can do gambling. Oh my god. We cracked open the geode and got a Celestine. We donated it to the museum and quickly made it back to the farm where I harvested my first pine tar. We then delivered it to the community center, making that 4 donated items in total. And well, realistically, that was all we needed to do. We made all the necessary preparations for summer. I have accomplished much more than I thought I would as well. I could tell you I fished some more, but that would be boring because I did do that. Jokes aside though, spring is over, and the best thing to do now is rest. We make a profit of 50G and woke up to the first summer morning.